Hello, I'm Theo Gilbert-Jamison, and in this series we are covering creating wow experiences for our customers through the 11 simple ways to create customer loyalty and delight. And in this segment we're focusing on number 7, which is to be polite in your speech using words like good morning, good evening, good afternoon, I'd be happy to, please, and words like thank you. Communication etiquette is another key component in creating an exceptional customer experience, and it's best exemplified in standard number 7. Be polite in your words, speech, saying things like good morning, good evening, good afternoon, I'd be happy to, and thank you. So the question is, what are examples of how you can bring this standard to life? Well, the best way to exemplify this standard is to be mindful of your tone of voice and the pace of speech when communicating with others. Always address others in a clear, moderate pace with enthusiasm, avoiding slang and acronyms that might be confusing to the customer. And also, be polite in your speech when communicating with internal customers who are, of course, our co-workers, as well as our external customers. Those are the people who actually pay for our products and services. And most of all, be polite at all times, conveying respect by your choice of words that you use and staying fully engaged in the conversation. Always be aware of your surroundings, making sure to limit sensitive and confidential conversations in public. For many customers, their first interaction with their company most likely will be over the telephone. Therefore, standard of excellence number 8, use proper telephone etiquette by answering with a smile, is another key element in enhancing the customer experience. So the question is, how do we exemplify this standard? Well, we should start by answering all incoming calls within 3 rings and with a smile, using the 4-part greeting. You might say something like, good morning, Human Resources, this is Theo, how may I assist you? It's important that we avoid sounding monotone, always speaking at a moderate pace and volume, varying the tone of our voice to add enthusiasm, expression, and emphasis. And in those rare occasions when you must place a caller on hold, always ask first. You may say something like, may I place you on a brief hold? Never transfer a caller to another department unannounced. Effective problem resolution, or as others say, de-escalation, is also a key element in turning a customer complaint into a wow moment for them. And standard number 9, if a customer has experienced a problem, apologize and work quickly to resolve it, sets the tone. So the question to you is, what are examples of ways that we can bring this standard to life? Well, it starts with having a mindset that a complaint is a gift. Why, you might ask? Because the customer is allowing us the opportunity to make it right and regain their loyalty and trust. So if a complaint arises, we should own it, respond with a sense of urgency, seeing it through proper resolution to ensure complete customer satisfaction. That means we must listen attentively, offering a genuine apology, solving the problem or finding someone who can, and lastly, thanking the customer for providing us with the opportunity to do so. So remember that it's important that we make every effort to see the problem from the customer's perspective. And most of all, remember to be proactive. Remember, you are empowered. Be prepared and equipped with reasonable options or alternatives to resolve customer issues immediately. It's proven that most people make judgments of us based on what they see. In essence, our professional image and appearance. Therefore, standard 10, maintain a professional appearance and a clean and neat and organized work area, sets the tone. So the question is, what are examples of how we can bring this standard to life? Well, it's important to keep in mind that everyone is responsible for conveying a professional image. We should always wear our proper name badge and dress appropriately, adhering to the company grooming and appearance standards. And be mindful of making the right first impression. We should never have out our cell phones, earphones, chewing gum, or either leaning on furniture while we're on duty. And when it comes to our work environment, do your part. in creating uncompromising levels of cleanliness throughout the workplace, which means that if you see any trash or litter on the floor, what should you do? Pick it up to help us maintain a safe, accident-free environment. And in closing, be an ambassador of the workplace inside and out, taking pride in your personal appearance and maintaining a clean and organized work area at all times. How we engage with the customer is very important in creating exceptional experiences. And in our final standard of excellence, number 11, it is a great example that sets the tone. It reads, escort instead of pointing out directions when possible. So what are examples of how we can bring this standard to life? Of course, the easiest example is that if a customer appears to be lost or needs directions to another area, if possible, we should break away from our duties to assist. And if we are unable to personally escort the customer or visitor to their intended destination, we should locate a fellow employee who can. And most of all, when we're escorting someone to that destination, it's important that we remember to have a moderate pace when we're walking so that they can keep up. That means that we should not walk too fast and that we should not walk too slow.